what's up guys, it's Lego Hobo 910 here with another Lego video, and in this video I'm showing you 5 different Lego Fidget Spinner designs, and I'm going to be starting with the most basic design and moving up to the more complex and using less common pieces. Well, they aren't necessarily going to get more complex, but start using less common pieces. And the basic ones won't spin as well and they won't work as well, except they're easier to make and they use pieces that you're more likely to have. So I'm going to start with the basic and slowly move up to the more advanced. So this is the most basic one, and I know many of you are thinking that looks absolutely nothing like a fidget spinner, and I understand why, because this is the most basic I could get it. It doesn't even spin that well. It's kind of what I would call the poor man's Lego fidget spinner. It's as basic as I could get it using the most basic pieces. So I'm going to show you how to build this. Before I get into showing you how to build these and how explain all the pieces, you can use any color of pieces in these, and most of them are fairly customizable. So you can substitute pieces with other pieces or attach other things in different ways to change up the look. But for this most basic one, you are going to need 2 1x4 arch bricks, or just 1x4s, 2 2x2s, 5 jumper plates, 4 1x1s with stud on the side, and 3 1x1 cylinders. So we are going to start by taking our 2 arches and then attaching the bricks with stud on the side on each of these by the brick on the stud, by the side stud there. So that way the top stud is up. And we are going to do that on either one of these. And then put them face to face like this. And take our jumper plates to attach them. You could use just 1x1 plates as well. And then you take your 1x1 cylinder and put them here. If you use just 1x2 plates, you will just have thicker prongs here. Also, you can make your prongs longer if you want. I just kind of like the way these short ones look. And so then we're going to move that aside for now. And we are going to take a 2x2, put 2 jumper plates on here, and then a jumper plate on the jumper plates. And that will get this piece centered. And many of you are probably thinking, well, why can't you just attach it like that? Well, the reason I didn't do this, I did it originally, but when I spun it, the spinner would rub against those studs, slowing it down, stopping it, and making a really bad noise. So I did this instead, so that way it would have a more smooth surface to rub against. And we're going to attach that, but not attach that quite yet. So we're going to put that in there, and then put the 1x1 cylinder in the hole there. And there is the first spinner design. And it is very loose, as you can see. You can try to find ways to tighten it up by maybe replacing this with a 1x4 and then maybe using some plates to tighten it up. And you can expand these, make them thicker. There's really infinite possibilities for customization of these. Now, here's the second most basic one. And many of you are probably looking at this and thinking, wow, that's really complex. But in reality, most of this I just put on here for decoration and because I like the way it looked. So, first I'm going to show you how to make just the most basic one out of this, and then I'm going to show you how I decorated it. So in order to make the most basic version, you're just going to need 2 turntables and a 1x8, and this seems a lot more simple than this one, except I put it up on the complexity rating because the pieces are a little more rare. You're more likely to have these pieces, and this could be a 1x6 or 1x10, I don't think they make those. But you can make it however long you want it. I just like this length because it spins well. And so you just take this, put that in the center, put that in the center. There's your spinner. That's all you have to do, but then you can decorate it. One of the things that I think is important is to take one of the slider plates, put it on the bottom. And then the way I decorated the rest of this is I just got a ton of jumper plates, and that's mostly just because I had a bunch of them laying around. But you couldn't decorate this however you want, and then I put 2 jumper plates there, and I was originally just going to line these with jumper plates, except then when you tried spinning this, those corners would hit there. So if you want to do the jumper plate thing, you have to do this. Also, you can't just cover these with plates. You would have to do tile type items so it can slide smoothly across. And you just do that on either side. And then for the bottom, I want it to continue looking kind of like this white-black sandwich. So then I put these here, and you can't actually like legit put these on close, because then it'll bump into everything. So you have to put them on the kind of negative space holes there, like that. That's just one way of decorating this spinner, but there's many different ways. And also, if you push real hard on this, it won't spin like at all. So you gotta hold this loosely in order to get a decent spin, though sometimes that will result in it flying out of your hand or you dropping it. So just a little forewarning on that. And whoa, look, it can even be kind of like a Beyblade. Whoa. On to the next spinner. So this one, once again, is really customizable, mostly because of the use of axles and wheels. So you can use whatever wheels you want. I just like the way these medieval kind of wagon wheels looked, and I kind of went for a medieval wagonish look. Something that I like with Lego fidget spinners is you can theme them and make them more creative. If you want to see videos of specifically themed fidget spinners, go ahead and tell me in the comments, and I will go ahead and do so. And now I'll show you how to build this. On this one, the pieces really depend on how big you want it. I just liked doing the 10 long one, so you can have a 2x10 or two 1x10s. I just had some 1x10s lying around, so I used that. And then you're going to need two 2x4s, or you could use like 1x2s or 2x3s, anything that can fit that denomination there. And then a bunch of tiles or plates that would fill up the same amount of space as this. This one, the exact pieces don't really matter, it's just how much space they take up. So in order to build this, oh, and you're also going to need an axle, preferably an even one here, or you can make it an odd length. I just prefer the even one, and then two wheels. And you can mess around with different wheel sizes and different axles and everything. I just like the way this looks, plus I had some of these laying around. So you're going to take your 1x10 or your two 1x10s or your just singular 2x10, put it on. Put your 2x4s or similar denominations, or if you want to make it shorter, you would use less pieces. You kind of get it. And then you cover the top of this with all sorts of pieces. Your tiles, plates, whatever you want. You can do it however you want. Once again, just depends on how you want it to look. Me, I decided to go with this medieval wagon look. Then you attach your wheels on there, and bam, you got yourself a spinner. This one, once again, you got to hold it lightly, because if you press too much, it won't spin. So you got to hold it lightly in order to get a decent spin. And now we have the second most advanced design. And once again, this one is highly decorated, so I'm going to show you how to do it without decoration and then show you how you can decorate it. So this is all you need for the design. You just need this 7-hole Technic bar and 2 bricks with stud on side and a short little bar. Or something you can use is you can just use these Technic pieces here. These two, I'm not sure what Technic pieces are, but this kind of short little bar, it should be about like a little less than 4 of these holes long, about 3. Yeah, I don't know much about Technic stuff, so this is the best way I can describe it. And 2 of these little stoppers. And I'm going to show you how to use it doing these, but the concept is the same. So you take this bar, stick it on there, put it through there, put that on. Or, in order to do this one, put the bars through, put this on and slide it just a little ways down, and then put another one on. And you need to make sure that when you're holding it, it's not the stoppers that you're pressing against, or it'll stop it. You need to be holding on to the bar here. But if you want to do this one, I already showed you how to do that. You just push this in here. And then this one is a very customizable design. Not as customizable as some of the more brick-built ones. But you can attach things to these headlight bricks. In fact, to make it more symmetrical, I'm going to flip one of those upside down. You can attach things to the bottom as well. I'm just putting a bunch of studs on. And then also to these holes here, you can attach studs or you can attach 1x2s there. You can't have more than 2 long though, or else it'll get stuck. And also if you're doing the Technic method, you can use different colored beams and stoppers, and also you can use the different Technic arms and everything. These designs are just very customizable. There's really no specific way to build it. I'm just kind of giving you general concepts and then expanding on it. And yeah, here's this spinner. And with this one, you don't have to worry about holding it lightly. You can push as hard as you want. And same with the Technic stopper one, as long as you're not pushing on the stoppers and you're pushing on the actual axle itself. So now our final design isn't complex. It just uses a piece that most people probably won't have. It's kind of a piece that if you're just kind of a casual Lego builder who just kind of buys a bucket of pieces, you probably won't have these pieces. So this one is using the Technic stopper method, but you can use the bricks with stud on side method that I used for this one. Either work. These can be switched out however you want. And so it uses all those Technic stopper pieces, the stoppers and the axle, and then it just uses a little fan blade piece. And the reason I like this, when I saw this, I immediately thought of a spinner because most spinners have 3 prongs, and this has 3 prongs. It's kind of small. If you have bigger fan pieces, it'll work though. Put this through. Put a stopper on one end with a little bit exposed. Put a stopper on the other end. It's about the same amount exposed. And there you go. This one is really quiet, and it's definitely one of the faster ones. That's one of the main reasons that this one is my favorite. So that is all my fidget spinner designs. And in case you didn't figure out already, they don't work as well as an actual fidget spinner. They are kind of slow, and they're not really a practical spinner. They're kind of just a novelty. But they're kind of fun to have. And if you want me to make themed spinners, like from a certain theme, go ahead. I already have a bunch of ideas swirling around in my head. So if you want me to make more Lego fidget spinner videos, I will. So if you want them, let me know in the comments. And I already have a bunch of ideas, so you don't need to provide me with ideas. But if you do want to, go ahead and give me some ideas. But just tell me if you want more fidget spinner videos. If you don't, that's okay. I'm not going to be offended. Just let me know if you want it or if you don't. That's all, and peace.